Angeles Chargers, who went and got the national championship coach, Jim Harbaugh, out of
Mhm.
Michigan. He brings his staff over. Then they deplete the receiving core. Keenan Allen is gone. Mike
Costing his life right now because he does not like that catch he come from Caleb Williams.
He sure didn't. Mike Williams is gone. So
He's with the Jets.
exactly. Then Austin Eckler is gone. So you lose most of your offense. But for some reason, I still like what they could be capable, what they can do. I'm not sure why, but I think they have a good enough team, and I think they'll come up with a good enough scheme to be able to get some wins. So they went and drafted Lad McConkey. They went and they helped out their offensive line and got Joe
Yep.
Alt out of Notre Dame. They went and signed J.K. Dobbins. They also got Gus Edwards, so they helped bolster up their running back room. They went and drafted the who I wish we would have drafted, Brendan Rice out of USC, who was Jerry Rice's son. I think that's going to be a sneaky good pickup for them. Still got Bud Dupree. You got Joey Bosa. You still got Derwin James. Still got Khalil Mack. So this defense is it can be good with the scheme. And with this roster, I think it's good enough to help them get some wins. It's just you have to make sure Justin Herbert stays healthy. You have to protect him as much as possible. And I think if they do that, I have them going 10 and 7 or 11 and 6.
We flip flopped again. I got him going 12-5.
What? Okay. Let me hear you first. I
This
got to
is
hear yours
one.
first.
This is one of the easiest schedules by far. Just by looking at the names of the teams that they're playing, based off their division, it's riddled with a bunch of good luck charms. Like their first two games, I can change one if I have a. Let me see. No, I think I got them splitting in the division all the way, except for the Broncos. Nope, I got them losing to the Broncos. Because my losses are Pittsburgh, Denver, the Browns, the Bengals, and the Chiefs.
Okay. So my losses are also the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Browns, Ravens, and Chiefs again. And I also have them losing to, I think they lose to the Falcons and the Bengals. So those are the losses that I have for them.
You think they lose to the Falcons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know what? I think that'll be an evenly played game. I have because I think the Chargers defense is a little bit better than the Falcons. Falcons to me still haven't really done much to fix that defense. That's what holds me back from certain wins that they play.
I just realized I had them losing against. I had them getting no win against the AFC North. So I don't think they beat anyone in the AFC North. I think they get
really.
Mm-hmm. I like all the defenses in that division.
Yeah, me too. Because I think the only one I have them beating is the Ravens. That's the only team I have them beating in the AFC North is the Ravens.
Oh, okay. So that's probably where we disagree.
Yep.
I don't think they beat the Ravens. I think the Ravens' defense is too good, and I don't think they have enough to be able to stop Lamar Jackson. So, and it's a Sunday night, and that's a Sunday night game too.
That's going to be in December, I think, week 14.
Yeah, that was November 25th.
Ooh, Christmas Day. Ooh, wee.
No, November, not December. November.
Oh, November. Sorry, right before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yep. So that'll be interesting.
I'm gonna keep what I got. Because I like everything else, and I like the fact that I have them going to beat the Raiders. Because I do like the fact that I have them losing to every other AFC North team as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep the one beating them. Because I gotta have an upset with this easy schedule that they have.
Yeah.
And the only lost upset I can think of are the three teams in the AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
They could lose
So
all 4 of those games too, though. Jeez.
you
Just because
can.
again, the AFC North it's a brutal division.
It's a
I'm
brutal
gonna say
division,
football.
and everyone there has a good enough defense to where they can stop you just with their defense alone.
Yep.
I think the only defense that people may question right now is the Steelers, simply because the Steelers' defense wasn't like top 5 last year.
Yeah.
I think they were like middle of the pack, maybe.
They
Um,
were. It wasn't that Mike Tomlin defense that we know of.
no, it's not. It's not that defense that we expect. So that may be the only one that I might get wrong. So,
You know
um,
what? I'll be honest with you. I like that. So I'm gonna switch mine.
Joe, you're right. You know what? You're right. Joe, right. So the Bengals defense too. It's not great, but it's
Oh, that's
still
very true. Bengals defense don't. They're subpar. So you know what I
so.
will do in an upset? I'm gonna have them lose to Baltimore, but I'm gonna have them beat Kansas City. Cincinnati.
I'm gonna give them an extra.
They're the
Win.
weaker defense of all 4 of those teams.
So I'm gonna give them an extra win. So I think they beat the Bengals. So I think we agree there. I think they beat the
Okay.
Bengals.
Yeah, that's the one I think they'll beat. They'll lose to the Ravens, but I think they can handle the Bengals. Bengals
Yeah.
have a nice offense, but let's remember something too about these Bengals. They did lose Joe Mixon.
They lost Tyler Boyd too.
They lost Tyler Boyd. And he was a big. I don't think people paid attention a lot, but he got them out of a lot of sticky situations.
Mm-hmm. Him and T. Higgins.
Yep. Now is T. Higgins still there? But he's getting franchise tag, right?
He's still there. He hasn't signed his franchise.
And he's not. He can't sign it until.
Or did he sign it? I think he did sign it. Yeah, he did. He did sign it. He did.
Okay,
He did.
then he'll be at training camp. Okay, because it's either you sign it and go to training camp, or you wait till after training camp and then sign it.
Mm-hmm. So, because from last time I saw it, he signed it and he went to training camp. So
okay, good. Also, Joey's body worries me. He hadn't had a healthy body since he came into the NFL.
yeah, he's had one healthy season.
Yeah, and that was the one where he went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay. So he scared the heck out of everybody last year, and still ended up didn't even play in the whole season.
Exactly.
So his body worries me, and that's where I think I can switch that with the Ravens, because through everything you explained about the Ravens just gave more confidence. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the Ravens are, especially on the Sunday night game late in the season, like they're a problem to deal with. Like,
yeah, that
control the game.
That defense is nasty.
And if you don't get up on them on points, you're done. Like, if you keep that game in the first 2 quarters 7-3, oh, you're losing.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and win that game. So
Exactly.
I don't.
You actually have to separate yourself like 17-3 in order, because they're still going to come back, but that at least separates you. Still more?
I think you're going to need to put 21 up on them to
21-3?
You got to be at least 21-3.
It has to be early. It has to be early. It can't be a late. I mean, or because it has to be
or
early.
Or if you're up like 14-3 at halftime, you got to come out and score immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Something late like that. Yeah. But you have to strategically compile points on the Ravens, or they're just going to blow past you without you even realizing.
Yeah, and then Lamar is so elite when it comes to being able to get down the field. He can either throw it or he can run it, and you don't want him running. If Lamar Jackson is running on you, you are going to have a long day.
And here's another thing: you actually don't want him throwing on you now, because his passing went up from 2,800 to 3,600. I need people to understand how substantial that.
That is an 800-yard difference. He can easily make that an 1,000-yard difference.
Remember, because that was his running at one point.
Exactly.
So he's been able to figure out where he can scale back here.
Yes.
To add here.
That's what makes it scary for Lamar Jackson. Because just imagine if he throws for 4,500 yards. Oh my gosh.
Does that mean he'll run less? Absolutely. That means he's doing Patrick Mahomes running 300, 400 yards rushing, because he's putting up 4,500 yards pass. That's the same boat as Josh Allen.
And that's because he got Derrick Henry back there. So you got that as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're beating the Chargers. That Chargers defense is not going to handle Derrick Henry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Now
Ain't
the
too many
only
defenses that can.
now the only thing, of course, is the receiving core. That's it. That's the only thing that you can kind of sort of question. But
Yeah,
you saw what they had with the receiver that they had there. That was other than his mistake he made in the AFC Championship game.
yeah.
He's good enough. Odell's not there, but that's fine. You still got Rashad Bateman there. So
He needs to turn it up.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like he needs to make himself the number one receiver, and everything will be okay in that land. But if not, then you were such a bust.
I think the receiver they drafted last year should be the and I can't think of his name right now. But I think he should more than likely be the number one receiver. If they want to be, if the Ravens want to be successful, he should be the number one.
Just leave Bateman as a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fine because he does get down the field very well.
Yeah, he does, and he's very shifty. He's a good route runner. Zay Flowers.
He'll be the number one. Yeah.
So he has to be the number one in my eyes.
He took over. He took that over last year. I forgot what game I was watching, but it was because it was beforehand. It was like where he was trying to get out there. It was a couple of things, a couple of missed passes, but it was one game he had where he just went nuts.
Probably the game against us.
It might have been middle of the season.
No, we was at the end. We played them on Christmas.
No, it was in the middle of the season.
I know he had a good game against us, though. I know that.
I do know the corner he played wasn't good, but that's good. Like he needed to get under his feet. He needed to be the guy that Lamar, when he needs to turn his head to him, he knows exactly where to go.
Yeah, but if Chargers can go 11-7, they could be 12-5, or they could be 10-7.
That's the one thing about the Chargers.
They're in that range.
They have a lot of variables. Exactly. Range. Yep.
It's very.
To be honest with you, they lose one piece, they're done. They're a bit fragile right now. If they lose anything to injury,
I think the one thing that I question though is them getting rid of all the receivers and keeping Quentin Johnson. Like that's who you think that's who you think is the best receiver. Like pay Keenan Allen, keep him. They could have.
They could have before they paid Herbert.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have paid Herbert. Herbert oh my god. And I was the biggest Herbert.
Herbert still doesn't have a playoff win. So come on, man.
So why does he have a contract? Please explain to me why he has
same reason why Trevor Lawrence has one. Well,
Joe Burrow had to live, not Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco had to live in the playoffs.
Well, Trevor Lawrence has one because he actually beat the Chargers. So that's how he got his contract.
And again, like I said, it's like we're just paying people to be average now.
Yeah.
We're just paying people to throw 30 touchdowns a game, a season. Like that's horrible. Like Trevor Lawrence has no business with a contract. But again, I've seen Jacksonville do it to Blake Bortles, so it's not like they did anything different.
Yeah, they're just being Jacksonville.
They always overpay a quarterback. Like this is nothing new for Jacksonville.
All right, Coach. Now we're done with the AFC West. We're going to my division now.
Let's go.
And we're starting off with my team, the San Francisco 49ers, starting off with the reigning NFC champions.